What's up, guys? Do you own a 20 and up SuperDuty with stock halogen headlights like this one? Well, here in this video, we're going to be going over the Morimoto XB headlights in the white version. But before we get into the install, let's tell you all about the features and what these headlights have in store for you. With these headlights, they fit the F250, F350, and F450 SuperDuty. Some of the key features for these headlights are the quad projectors for your low beams. So when you flip on your low beams, you have in total 8 LED projectors illuminating the way. But when you switch to the high beams, the 2 lower projectors open up, making it a bi-LED system as well. Now the look, it is a very nice upgrade from your chrome housing to this beautiful piano black finish, giving you a very modern look. These have a very unique Morimoto startup sequence. So every time you start up your truck, you'll get this awesome animation. The parking light, it has a built-in LED system as well. With the turn signal, you have the option of having a sequential turn signal or a standard. And with the white version, once it's done blinking, it'll turn back to the white DRL. Now around the perimeter of your headlight is a fully functional DRL system. What that means, when your headlight is off, your DRL will stay on throughout the day and will dim down by 50% once you turn your headlights on low or high beam. Now, the most important feature about these headlights, the new headlights need to be brighter than your old ones, right? Well, in our case, they blow the stock headlights out of the water with their light outputs. Now, with your stock halogen, the low beams come in at 340 maximum lux, which is not a lot of light, and the beam pattern looks like your typical reflector halogen beam pattern. Now flip on your Morimoto XB low beams with 4 LED projectors and you immediately see the difference with that crisp beam pattern. And with it coming in at 1070 Max Lux, it makes it 214% brighter than your stock headlights. Now with the stock halogen high beams, they only come in at a measly 510 maximum lux. Now with the Morimoto XBs, the high beams come in at 1270 maximum lux, which is 149% brighter than your stock halogen. These headlights will keep you looking good during the day and safer with being able to see better at night. These are the tools that you will need for the installation: a flashlight, a ratchet of your choice, an 18mm, 15mm, 13mm, a 10mm, extensions of your choice, wedge tools of your choice as well, some form of a pick, and then needle nose pliers. So now that you know all about the features of the XB headlights, let's get straight into the install. First things first, go ahead and get your hood popped open. All right, now with the hood open, go ahead and remove these 14 push clips that are on top of your grille cover. Now with all those push tabs removed, you can go ahead and lift up on your grille cover and radiator cover and just remove this up and out of the way. All right, now with the grille exposed, we're gonna go ahead and remove these 6 10mm on the very top of your grille. What you'll use is a 10mm socket and whatever ratchet of your choice. So your next step, you're going to remove this plastic trim piece. On this SuperDuty, it has that longer trim piece that's here, but on other SuperDuties, it is a smaller plastic piece that you'll just remove from here and also on the passenger side. So the tool you'll be using is a plastic wedge tool, and just wedge it up behind this plastic piece, lifting up and off. And you'll do the exact same thing on the passenger side. All right, now with that cover up and off, it's gonna expose those 2 10mm that are right beside your headlight and underneath your grille area. Go ahead and use your ratchet and socket and get those out. So depending on your year and model of your SuperDuty, you may get to skip this step, but all it is a 10mm on the very side of your headlight connecting to your grille. So let's get that removed. All right, now with all the bolts removed, we can go ahead and use a wedge tool and help pry it up and out. You'll locate this area right here underneath the headlight and use a plastic wedge tool and pull up and out, and you'll hear a slight pop. So there's 4 clips on the very base of the grill. We'll be using this tool, which is a pick. All you have to do is pull the grill up and off, and then find those clips and then push it down, and then I'll disconnect it. And once that's done, all you have to do is disconnect your camera and also the washer motor. Now just go ahead and set that off to the side. So now, depending on your SuperDuty, you may or may not have to do this step, but in our case, we're gonna have to. Right underneath your headlight on the very side, there's a bolt right there that you have to remove, but our bumper is a tad too high, so we're gonna have to actually lower it. So first thing you'll have to do is remove this plastic piece that's right here. Use a little wedge tool and pry up on it, and then pull it up and out of its place. All right, now with that plastic trim piece out of the way, go ahead and loosen up the 4 18mm bolts right here. Do not take them out, only loosen. Once you have those loosened, we're gonna go ahead to the very back inside the fender well and loosen up those 2 15mm bolts that are back there. All right, now with all those bolts loosened and your bumper is lowered, you now can go ahead and remove that 13mm bolt that's right underneath your front fender. I'll be using an extension and of course a 13mm socket. So now that we have that 13mm out, we're gonna go ahead and move up to the top 2 that are on the very top of your headlight and get those removed as well. So now with those 2 10mm removed, we can go ahead and start taking the headlight out. All you have to do is pull up and then pull towards you just a smidge. Now keep in mind when pulling out your headlight, there is that little bit of a rubber piece on the very base of the headlight. You just have to lift it up and over that, and then just pull it towards you, just like so. Go ahead and just disconnect the back harness of the headlight. Now with the headlight disconnected, you can go ahead and set your OEM one out of the way. So for the next part of the installation is installing your DRL harness. So what you're gonna do is take the fuse tap end of your DRL harness and place it into your fuse box area. So first thing is go ahead and take the lid off of your fuse box. This is the fuse that you're going to replace. Just take it out and then replace it with the DRL fuse. All right, now with the fuse tap in place, go ahead and take the cover and put it back on top of your fuse box. Now go ahead and take your DRL harness and run your passenger side first, which is the shorter side, and then the longer side to your driver's side. Now when running your DRL harness, you can tidy this up in any way you would like, but in our case, we're gonna do that at the very end once we get the headlights installed. Now with everything ran, it's time to install your headlights. First things first, all you have to do is go ahead and plug in your OEM harness to the back side of your XB headlights. Now go ahead and plug in all the connectors. If you want that sequential turn signal, keep this plugged in, but if you want to keep it standard, then keep it unplugged. In our case, we're going to keep it plugged in and have that nice sequential turn signal. Now with everything connected, you can go ahead and slide your headlight in and just line everything back up the way it was. All right, now that the headlights are in, make sure to go ahead and run through all of the function of the headlights before buttoning everything up and tidying up that harness. And easy as that, guys, your Morimoto XB headlights have been installed into your SuperDuty, upgrading your headlight game and also allowing you to drive a little bit safer at night as well. If you want to check out what all of the products we have available for your SuperDuty, just head over to our website and put in your year, make, and model, and we'll catch you guys over there.